So I know we're kind of headed into a little bit of uncharted territory here with this newest update. It's bound to happen whenever bigger changes come to the game, much like the gear rework. And it's apparent that a lot of you guys have a ton of questions, especially looking through the comment section of yesterday's videos, such as, should I open all of my Brawl boxes for more scrap and gear token for a higher coin conversion rate once the update drops? Should I use my club coins on scrap and gear tokens from the club shop for a higher coin return? So it's my hopes here with this video today, before the update sneak peeks come out, to kind of lower your guys' nervousness before we head into this update by answering some of those questions, as well as some maybe unseen stuff that you can expect with this update. So of course, before we hop into this is not an update sneak peek. Those are right around the corner, so make sure to subscribe to the channel for even more reassurance about this stuff and just covering the update content. But from the Brawl Talk info alone, we can get some really accurate details as to what to expect and try to ease some of those questions for you guys out there. So I want to start off with the coin reimbursement so you guys can have a rough idea as to how much coins you should be walking away with once this update drops. So the conversion rate for gear tokens as well as scrap was found by individuals inside the community, such as Dandy here, helping out a ton with people on Twitter here. But it's roughly, but to the point where it should be really close to this number, if it is even just a little bit off. But for one scrap, it's going to be roughly 2.25 coins, and then for one gear token, it's going to be 225 coins roughly. If you do the math, it adds up to the amount of coins from the example inside of the Brawl Talk for 10 gear tokens and 10,500 scrap. Now, stated in the Brawl Talk from Paula, the scrap and gear tokens that are going to be converted into coins are going to be all of them that you have utilized on your account, not just the ones that you have stashed away as of right now. Now, I'm not gonna lie, even with this info, it's going to be insanely hard for accounts like mine out there if you purchased a good amount of your gears and leveled them up before prices were slashed on them in Season 14, to the point where I don't even think on my main account I could come to a rough estimate that would be beneficial for you guys out there. But if you do have accounts that you know exactly how many gears you've purchased and when you've purchased them pre and post Season 14, you might be able to come to a pretty dang rough estimate as to how much coins you should get. But with that out of the way, let's move along to other frequently asked questions that I've been seeing a lot, or things that people are thinking of doing before the update actually drops. We have a question being asked over here on Twitter by Jude that I've been seeing reoccurring a ton from several of you out there inside of the Brawl Stars community, but he's wondering, should I open my boxes before the update or no? Boxes can give scrap and gears now, right? And they will be converted into coins. And I think Dandy puts it right on the head here, expressing basically how I feel as well. He says the scrap/gear tokens you would get from boxes in the next update will become the boosted coin drop rate. So if you open them now or later, the amount of coins you're getting won't change, or shouldn't change much. Boxes can have power points and gadgets and star powers, so best to not waste them. So as stated in the Brawl Talk, in order to compensate for scrap and gear tokens being removed from Brawl boxes, they're going to up the amount of coins that we receive from them. We should assume that the amount of coins that are being increased in boxes is going to be very similar to the value of scrap and gear token converted into coins post update, just to keep progression similar to the way it was. At the end of things, I would hold onto your boxes. If you're opening up your Brawl boxes in the hopes of getting more scrap and gear tokens so that it'll be converted into coins and you'll get more coins at the end of things, it's not going to work out like that just based on a game development standpoint. So again, just save your boxes. It doesn't make sense just to open them for scrap and gear token. Now, another sentiment that I've been seeing a lot popping up inside of the community can be seen from this comment over here on Twitter by Sleepy AF, saying, "I'ma buy more scrap from upcoming club coins to get more coins from the refunds. Smart indeed." So his stance is that he's going to utilize his club coins in order to convert them into scrap, so then it will be converted into coins, or more coins he's hoping, once the update comes out. But Dandy reiterates and clarifies, FYI, the conversion rate for scrap/gear tokens to coins is basically based on club coins. So buying scraps to try and get reimbursed is the same as using the club coins to buy coins in the first place. So just in general, if your strategy right now before this update comes out is to try to accumulate as much scrap and gear tokens as possible by using other resources to do so. It's more than likely going to amount to the same exact thing if you were to utilize them in other means, much like using your club coins to purchase coins in the first place. So I think it's best if we all just kind of wait back, chill out before the update comes out. Don't open up your Brawl boxes in order to get more scrap and gear tokens. Don't use your club coins in order to get more scrap or gear tokens. It's best just to wait and see what we get converted from what we've already utilized on our account and then go from there. Not to mention, dude, seeing that we didn't get a legendary brawler in this most recent update, I'm assuming if they're keeping to the 1 a year legendary, that we'll probably be getting one sometime soon. So it might be best to save up your boxes just for that alone. But I spent a little bit more time on that than I would have liked, but hopefully that put a little bit of ease on your mind when it comes to this update and the resources that we should be getting. But to round off this video here today, I wanted to point out a few other things that people noticed from the Brawl Talk, one of which is related to Buster's super here. I was speculating that the damage would ramp up from the shielded super here from this scene in the Brawl Talk where it's dealing 1,200 damage each projectile bouncing back to the Pam, but several people pointed out that they noticed that this 1,200 damage is just a flat damage. Doesn't matter what brawler is shooting at the super, if it bounces back, the thing is going to do 1,200 coming back. So here's an example for Stu getting his projectile bounce back from Buster's super, and then here's another example of Colette as well as B shooting at him, each of them dealing 1,200 back to them. So it makes it even more interesting if you ask me. It's not going to do as much damage to brawlers like Piper's basic attack, but it's going to be pretty dang substantial for certain brawlers, much like Jean at max range. Those branched off projectiles on Jean's basic attack, each of those could deal 1,200 damage, or a Colt basic attack, 1,200 damage, all those bullets coming back, or a Rico, things like that. What I'm super interested in is like shotgunners, right? If like a bull is right up next to you, seeing that it's not just one shot coming from a shotgunner, will all those projectiles deal 1,200 coming back? Will it just be this omega shotgun shot coming back at all of them? It's going to be wild to test out. And lastly, in the Brawl Talk, the dev team had mentioned that they're adding 4 new gears to the game. We can kind of conclude that one of them are the epic gear, right? The one for Jean, but the other 3 should be super rare gear, seeing that those are the only brand new gears that could come to this game that are unique from the older gears that we've had in the game. And a lot of people noticed that there were some shots in the Brawl Talk of gears here for certain brawlers, such as it looks like a super rare gear there for Tick. So confirmed one of the gears coming to the game is for Tick. Of course, we have the example super rare gear from Bonnie in the Brawl Talk, another one of the new ones coming to the game, so that's 3 in total. But other than those examples, we can't see that last new super rare gear coming to the game, so it's a mystery who the last brawler is going to be. Really interesting though. But that is truly just about all I got for you here in this video. I just wanted to clear up some questions out there in the form of a video, seeing that I've been seeing them pop up a lot, and I hope it kind of put y'all at ease, or you guys have had those questions answered a little bit. The only thing I'm a little bit disappointed in is it's just a little bit too hard to completely calculate just how much of a coin reimbursement we should have from account to account because of that slashing in season 14. If that weren't the case, it would have been really easy to actually look at just how much scrap and gear tokens that we've used up until this point for each of our accounts. But you know, for certain accounts out there that you guys have, if you don't have that many gears, or you know exactly how many gears or scrap you've used on your account, it should be pretty easy to see how many coins. But either way, it should be a good amount back to utilize on your account moving forward here. But yeah, hopefully you all found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you all in the next one. Adios and take care.